Joseph Hastings from Buckeye Grove here with Rivals 100 offensive lineman Addison Nichols. Addison, it's been a crazy year with COVID-19, but can you just kind of talk to me a little bit about how your junior season has gone?
It's going well. We've had a blessed season, 5-1. Had a rough loss this past Friday against Cedar Grove, but it was definitely a great game. We've had a really good season. We've bonded really well as a team, and we've come a long way, and we still got a long way to go. Excited for it.
Absolutely, man. What have you kind of put on display? What have you put on your film this year that you want college coaches to see in terms of what you did last year compared to what you did last year?
Probably just my knowledge of the game, my ability to understand the scheme of the play, understand where everything's going, understand the entire line's job and what they need to do. Last year is kind of what I had to do, and I did my job. Now I've got more of a scheme of where I need to either turn my hips, where the ball's going, and stuff like that, just the overall knowledge of it.
That's a tough balancing act for a high school prospect like yourself. You got football obligations, but you're also being recruited by a number of programs. You recently sliced down your list to 12 schools back on the 4th of July. Can you talk a little bit about, narrowing your list down, and if you have plans to further narrow it down in the future?
So I had plans to narrow it down to 5 by December, but this dead period's kind of pushed that back. So it'll probably be towards next semester, next spring, when I'll have a top 5. I want to be fully committed by either the end of my junior year or at minimum the end of my summer, because I'm graduating early and I would like to have that senior year off, just to not have to worry about it, just worry about school and enjoying the last bit of senior year. So I haven't fully decided yet, but definitely sometime at the end of the year.
So you're still several months away from making your decision then, but you're obviously in the evaluation process. What are you really looking for in the program before you make that final decision?
Overall, the field, that's why it's been pushed back, because I want to be able to take visits with these schools. You can't really judge them based off of just numbers and pictures. You got to be able to go there, physically meet the players and staff, feel the environment, see what it's like there. It's just kind of, when you're there, you got to be able to enjoy the environment. You don't want to go and just not have fun there and just be there for football. You got to be able to enjoy it, enjoy the staff, enjoy the players, enjoy what's going on around. So definitely want to be able to take those visits before I make a final decision.
Completely agree with you, and hopefully you all can start taking visits back again in 2021. Now, one of the schools that did make your top 12 was Ohio State. Can you talk a little bit about why they made the cut for you and why they're still a program that you're paying attention to?
They're just a really impressive program. I've been in contact with them a lot for the past few months. Love Coach Stud, great guy. He has a great passion for the game, a great energy. Coach Day, been speaking with him a lot lately. Great guy, great to get to know him. I'm just really excited to be able to get out there, and I've never been up there before. I've just seen the pictures and heard all the great things about them. So I'm definitely just really excited to get out there and finally meet them in person and see the campus.
So you talked about Coach Stud, Coach Day. I know you're also in contact with Coach Kennedy Cook. What's the coaching staff's overall message to you? What's their pitch?
Just play hard, do great things this year, and to stay strong through COVID and keep the passion for the game.
Absolutely, man. And what's kind of their selling point about Ohio State? What are they really kind of selling you on the program?
Probably, I'm a real academic person. My family is a real academic family, and they've definitely really sold me, especially on their internship programs. I did a online visit with them, virtual visit, and I was really impressed with the amount of opportunities that you're given for the internship programs. They have an entire business professional meeting day where you go to a bunch of tables and you get to meet with a bunch of these representatives for a bunch of companies. I was definitely really impressed with that, to help set you for the future if you don't make it to the NFL. I was impressed with that. Just academics and then putting an alignment into the NFL.
So you just talked about the virtual visit that you took with Ohio State. You also mentioned that you'd like to get on campus. When would you want to possibly do that? Would it be after the dead period, or are you interested in potentially doing like a self-guided tour if the opportunity presented itself?
It'll probably be after the dead period. Right now, it's just kind of hard to get out and do stuff, especially during the season. I want to be able to do more of a football-related visit. Like, I understand seeing the campus and stuff is for sure a number one thing, but I'd like to be able to meet with the staff and the players and stuff like that. That would be a big priority of mine. So it'll definitely be probably next spring.
Absolutely, man. And you've got a really busy schedule, obviously, as I mentioned before. But did you get to watch Ohio State's game against Nebraska this past weekend?
I did not.
Okay, sounds good, man. But looking at them in, past years, specifically last year, what have you thought about Ohio State's football program and the direction that they're trending in with Ryan Day at the helm?
It's extremely impressive for the amount of years that they stay consistently powerful in college football. Every year you see them in top 10, top 5. They are always a powerhouse, they're always a problem against other teams. So it's just definitely really impressive to see them keep that consistency and keep that streak going on.
No doubt about it, man. And looking at Coach Stud and Coach Cook, how do you feel like they could develop you in college and then also for the NFL, getting you prepared for the NFL if you do end up going to Ohio State?
Like I said, Coach Stud's very passionate about the game, very passionate about his offensive linemen, and I feel like he could just pour his passion into me and allow me to grow as best as I possibly could. Probably about that.
For sure, man. And you have a top 12, but there may be some schools that are sticking out in terms of how much they contact you. Are there any programs that are really prioritizing you the most at this time?
I would say it's probably a list between Tennessee, Ohio State, Georgia, LSU, and USC, Southern California. Probably a range of those in Florida. Just kind of broad them out. Since September 1st, it's been a lot larger than it was beforehand.
What are those schools doing really well in terms of just contacting you, hitting you up, and just keeping that communication alive? What are they really doing with you?
Just shooting texts back and forth throughout the week, maybe hopping on a phone call here every now and then. I've been really, really busy lately with football and school, so I haven't been able to do as much of the phone calls, but I'm definitely excited to, when I have more time, be able to make more of those phone calls and to create more of a connection with these staffs. That's a big emphasis of mine next semester for sure.
Absolutely, man. And last thing is, I know Ohio State has several commits in the 2022 class. One of them is roughly an hour away from here, Bennett Christian. Do you hear from any of the commits from Ohio State's program? And so what's their message?
I have spoken to Bennett Christian. Great kid. He's trying to swing me over to Ohio State for sure. He's trying to sell me on their program and how great of a staff and place it is up there. But they're pushing for it, for sure.
Awesome stuff, man. Greatly appreciate your time today.
No problem.
Thanks for watching. Be sure to click on that subscribe button so you don't miss a single thing, and come visit us over at BuckeyeGrove.com for all the best Ohio State information on the web.